we are joined by a very special guest today, celebrity chef Ranveer Brar. You also know him as a television host and a judge on MasterChef India. Welcome, chef. Hope you are staying safe. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, you've been very busy conducting online masterclasses for students and your Insta Live sessions and even webinars during lockdown, but you've also been doing other things during this lockdown. You've been working with a food bank for children in Lucknow. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, yeah, I mean, considering this is the new normal and this is the only way we can connect, we had to quickly adapt. So this NGO in Lucknow is called Ehsaas. It's actually run by a classmate of mine from school, and what she does is her primary scope is she takes care of children who've run away and who are found on the railway station and try and send them home in Lucknow. And she also runs a food bank by the same name, Ehsaas.
Right.
And this food bank, especially in these times, is taking care of children, is taking care of people on the railway station. We recently supported the coolies and the local cleaners in the railway station who are not permanent employees, who would not take money. They wouldn't take money because it is against their principles, and hence we supported them with dry rations. And there's a lot of NGOs like that I try and help wherever I can. Lucknow, because I am from Lucknow, it's my city, so.
Of course. In fact, you'd also tweeted a while ago where you said that not enough can be said about daily wages being the worst hit during the pandemic. Unfortunately, we've all been witness to those images of migrants walking back, and there's still conversation going on about how the lockdown is affecting the migrants at this point of time. And you've gone out and helped them not just with dry ration, but also with the daily ready-made meals. So tell us a little bit about that as well.
So, that is a joint collaboration between Eat Fit, and us. Eat Fit is they are a meal company doing healthy meals, and we've created a sort of a superfood khichdi. So it's like a one bowl meal with lots of Indian grains cooked for a long time. It's complete nourishment that is good for you, and we do 500 cooked meals a day in Ghatkopar, Kurla area for the daily wages. The idea.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So the idea was very simple. The idea was to be able to create a recipe and take it forward that would be extremely nourishing. And I think what we've created is an extremely nourishing recipe that sort of takes care of both micro and macro nutrition. So
well, absolutely. Nutrition also, it's easy to kind of distribute at this point of time and pack, and it will hold for longer at this point of time, especially when you're going around and distributing these packets. You don't know when that will be consumed. But you've also been working on an initiative for farmers. So tell us a little bit about that, because not enough is being said. We all know that supply chains were hit. They're back now, but there is a lot that could be done. So how are these farmers coping, and where are these farmers that you're helping, and how are you helping them?
So what we've done is, again, one of my friends, Ruchi, Taru Naturals, she worked with a lot of small farmers as a part of her company. It was about sourcing food from small farmers and giving it to restaurants. And suddenly small farmers don't have an avenue to sell.
Right.
Because mandis aren't functioning, and a lot of their crop is either lying or they are short of cash flow. They need money because they need to figure out the next sowing, and small farmers work on a sowing to harvest basis.
Right, and transportation during COVID times will be more expensive, so they'll have to spend more money in getting their produce
outside. Yeah, in selling their produce. So their cash flows were getting hindered. They didn't have money to sow. So what we did was we sourced from them. We sourced from those small farmers, and then we gave it to COVID-affected victims in terms of dry rations. The farmers are doing the packaging for us. So they are making these weekly ration kits with supplies that are theirs. So it is giving them money. They're happy to do it. So we're working with farmers in Satara, Raigad, Nagpur.
Right, and
Kolhapur.
Chef, is this something that you want to keep going even after the lockdown is over? Is this something that you mean to continue?
Exactly. So the idea is to get people together. We are also formulating a process. We're creating an app where farmers in distress should be able to reach out to us directly. Farmers who need to sell their produce immediately are not being able to sell should be able to reach us directly. Because I think it's a perpetual plight to the farmer, especially the farmer who has perishable produce lying with him. It's so time sensitive that.
Chef, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have very little time. I just want you to quickly comment on this one last thing. You said at a FICCI event recently that, talking about the F&B industry, that post-COVID consumers cannot be presented with pre-COVID solutions. What did you mean by that, if you can quickly tell me?
I think what I meant was, for the restaurant industry, our ways of doing things will have to change. Our P&Ls will have to change. We will not be able to have so many covers at restaurants. You'll not be able to have crowded events. A lot of things are going to change, and we need to adapt. We need to adapt to that change. Menus are going to become smaller, because we won't be able to afford bigger menus,
right,
extensive menus, expensive ingredients. We'll have to work with less, and we have to get used to working with less.
Well, I suppose that is the mantra, Chef Brar. Thank you so much for joining us on The Good Stuff on NDTV. And we hope that we keep tuning in to your Insta Live sessions again. Thank you so much, Chef Brar.